Hey y'all, happy Friday evening. I'm back. Welcome to another What Else is Going On, aka We Go Podcast YouTube video. I'm your girl, your host, Taria. First up, I watched Miami, both of them. So I'm going to get both of those reviews done this weekend. Thank you all again for supporting the YouTube and also the podcast. The podcast seemed like it had taken a bit of a 3 week break unintentionally due to me working, but we're going to be back, baby. So there are two stories that are so polar opposite in a way, but they're both about housewives because it always comes back to housewives, doesn't it? That I wanted to talk about, y'all. What I'm about to show y'all, when I first saw this, when I tell you I fell out screaming because it just reminded me that Teresa from the Real Housewives of Jersey is not going to change. And sometimes I'm like, please don't change. Teresa used to be like my favorite when the show first started. And even when Joe and Melissa started the show, I was team Teresa the whole time. Like, I see what y'all doing. Y'all constantly talking about Teresa, blah, 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 blah. But then as the years went on, it switched. And I was like, I ain't really feeling Teresa. But I have to give her flowers. That reunion when she sat on the couch, when Caroline told her she had a green pageant dress, and she took them all on one by one. Like it wasn't no getting up and leaving. Like Mia wasn't no shutting down, not saying anything. It was, I'm gonna take all y'all on. But Teresa recently had an interview. Crazy. Now, this is according to the reality blurb, and then I'm gonna play y'all the clip. Video. Teresa Giudice hangs up on interviewers. I'm sorry, when asked about taxes. Y'all, the way. So, Teresa Giudice recently appeared via video on a morning show where she quickly disconnected her call after being asked about her unpaid taxes. Y'all, y'all have got to see this. I'm telling y'all, I literally screamed for real. Hold on, y'all. I thought I'd turn my app off. Y'all just came home from the gym. I made myself go after working all day. So, all right, let's get into this. Cause it was the same Teresa who you talking to. Like y'all will see. I'm telling y'all, I cracked up. All right, hold on. Child, let me make sure the sounds is on.
And what's going to happen with the reboot of New Jersey? Are you going to be involved in it at all?
I hope. I'm the OG, yes. So we'll see what happens. You have to ask Bravo for that.
Yeah, so you're going to be at Zanies, and people are going to ask you all kinds of questions. And what?
Actually, I'm pausing it, y'all. I'm sorry. We're going to go back and talk about this first. Hold on. Now, mind you, this is from WGN News, right? And it's since been removed from YouTube. I'm going to do this because I want to get into what they had talked about before that. All right. So it was on, again, WGN News, their YouTube. So she talked about it being 18 years after saying that Next Gen NYC was amazing. She said she loved everyone noting that everyone seemed to love the show. She said, it's a great show. I love all the cast members. Let's talk about the microaggressions, though. Anyway, Charlie, she said they're all great. She also said that while she doesn't have a problem with her former castmate, Danielle Staub, whom she flipped the table on during season 1, she hasn't seen her in a while. Everything was going well until this happened. All right, y'all. Now let's get into the. Again, this is from Reality Blurb, and they got it from Bravo Housewives and Bravo Housewives 2. Let's watch
And
it.
what's going to happen with the reboot of New Jersey? Are you going to be involved in it at all?
I hope. I'm the OG, yes. So we'll see what happens. You have to ask Bravo for that.
Yeah, so you're going to be at Zanies, and people are going to ask you all kinds of questions. And what? How is it that a family doesn't pay their taxes for years?
What family are you talking about?
Your family. Was that what the fraud charges were?
Okay, no, this is. So let's just hang up. You can share.
No. She didn't like that question.
Yeah.
Y'all. Said, okay. He said, okay. We gotta watch
the
it again.
Reboot of New Jersey. Are you going to be involved in it at all?
I hope. I'm The OG, yes. So we'll see what happens.
How
You have
is-
to ask.
Yeah.
You have to ask Bravo for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're going to be at Zanies, and people are going to ask you all kinds of questions. And how is it that a family doesn't pay their taxes for years?
What family are you talking about?
Your family. Was that what the fraud charges were?
Okay, and this is. Okay, this was hang up. That's it.
She didn't like that question.
Yeah.
And are
Teresa, I know that's right. She said, hang up on you, not in the mood. Wait, Jackie Goldenschneider, her new BFF, was in the comments. She said, oh my gosh, that was so effing rude. Who ambushes a guest like that? What y'all think? Y'all, when I tell you I screamed when I saw that, she said, whose family you talking? Whose family you talking about? Okay, I'm hanging up. And then the fact that she just couldn't click it and get out. She went sideways and then she got out. I said, you know what, Teresa, I'm gonna give you. I thought that was hilarious. What do y'all think about that? Do y'all think certain things should be off limits to interviewers? I mean, unless she gave them a list of what they couldn't talk about, but then she probably assumed. I was going to say she probably assumed that they wouldn't talk about it because it was so long ago, but that wasn't with Joe. That was actually with Lewis. So I guess I could see, depending upon the interview, right? If that question would be asked, I would like to say it's what's happening in her life. So, somebody in the comments said they wish that people would give her a break sometimes. I think she did have a break, a little bit of a tax break until they caught up. No, but no, in all seriousness, I can see both sides of it. I get why she would be like, especially if that's not what you think you're there for. Like, I think I'm here to talk about something else. I can get why she'd be like, really? So we really, I'm not doing this. I also get why the interviewer tried to bring that up. I think the way he introduced it, though, was kind of like, that just came out of nowhere. Like, no segue, no nothing. Maybe he's feeling like, how do you segue something like that? Let me just ask. I don't know. But y'all, that was so funny. I said, go ahead, Teresa. Like I said, what she said, what family are you talking about? She said, reach that arm out, boom. Because what we won't do is be talking about that. Speaking of Teresa's family, Joe Giudice, I'm going to go ahead and say it's disgusting. I'm going to go ahead and also say I'm not surprised with how they think or their political views. Because quite frankly, from my understanding, all of them, with the exception of Margaret, and I had heard Jackie, but I don't know, is Trump. Unless I've missed something along the way, all of them. But this is from Reality Blurb. Joe Giudice posted an offensive meme to his Instagram story on June 18th, the day before Juneteenth, a holiday commemorating the end of slavery in the United States that is now leading to claims of racism. After showing support for President Donald Trump and his MAGA movement, which, again, they're all, even the ones that you wouldn't think are like that, even the ones that we may call black so-and-so. I don't call them that because they're not really trying to look out for people like me. And I'm not even saying that's their job, but at the same time, they're not voting for people that are in the best interest of people that look like me. So that's why I don't call them black, whomever. Y'all know who I'm talking about. At the same time, it's like watching New York, right? We know what we're getting. So I'm never surprised, especially coming out of Jersey. But let's get into this. After showing support for President Donald Trump and his MAGA movement, the 53-year-old Real Housewives of New Jersey alum and ex-husband of current cast member Teresa Giudice shared a controversial image targeting former First Lady Michelle Obama. Look at this, y'all. Joe Giudice, Kanye West, good morning. It's supposedly Melania and President Obama. And President Obama is saying, how could you have married that man? And Melania is saying, I was going to ask you the same question. Because you know the ignorance of people saying she's a man, she looks like a man, she's really a man. There's this whole conspiracy theory, insane, that she's actually a man. And like, people actually believe this stuff. Actually believe it. I think it's so disgusting. So following the sharing of the post, a Reddit user featured it on the Bravo Housewives thread along with a stern caption. Their caption says, Joe Giudice's racist post about Michelle Obama. Meanwhile, in the comments, users of the social media platform labeled Joe a bigot and accused him of transphobia. Some said, and there it is, I always knew it would come out one day. I've been waiting. There is no way someone like Giudice wouldn't be racist, especially against black women. Somebody else said it's not just the racism. Joe's going for the double combo, racism with transphobia on top. He's like a bigotry avatar. A third signaled to Joe's past use of the slur. It rhymes with maggot, but starts with an F. Y'all remember when he used that? And Danielle Staub had actually called him out for it. And then there was an argument of whether it was more transphobic or more racist. And somebody said transphobia and racism are linked in that black women are often stereotyped as being more masculine than delicate white women. I can definitely attest to that. And then somebody else said it's a stereotype where black women are seen as more masculine than their counterparts. Either way, it was disgusting. And I'm not surprised. I would say, let me know what y'all think, but y'all probably already know. The only reason I even brought it up is because we were talking about Teresa, and I was like, well, I saw this, so let me just. Anyway, moving on. Let's get into something else. So do y'all remember a while back when Mama Dee was introducing Drew Sidora for singing somewhere? And I wanted to pull that up. So let's look at both things and see. Hold on. Let's get into this real quick. I'm going to get into. Really, I had it all pulled up. Maybe we'll just watch it from here, and because I don't think they removed it, but just as a refresher. So Mama Dee was introducing Drew Sidora to sing, and she called out Porsha. We can watch it from here. Now, again, this happened a while ago, but let's look and see.
Come on, Drew. Yes, Drew. Yeah. You know, she got her and Porsha. They got some mess going on. You know, I don't know what's going on with Porsha this season.
Check.
But she accusing Drew for taking her hot dog man. You know, I don't know why she think Drew want a hot dog man. Yeah. It's all good because Mama Dee speak that truth. Y'all give it up for Drew Sidora.
So you heard that. Listen to it again. Oh, it pulled it up. Hold on.
Yes, yeah. You know, she got her and Porsha. They got some mess going on.
Y'all heard her. She said, y'all know her and Porsha got some mess going on.
You know, I don't know what's going on with Porsha this season.
Check.
But she accusing Drew for taking her hot dog man. You know.
She said, I don't know what's going on with Porsha and something else she said, but she's accusing Drew of taking her hot dog man. Child.
I don't know why she think Drew want a hot dog man. Yeah. It's all good because Mama Dee speak that truth. Y'all give it up for Drew Sidora.
Y'all see how Drew cut that off real quick? So Porsha got in the comments and said, at Dennis McKinley has one baby mother and well established with the money bag, with great artists on his record label. Put that tooth in and he might just sign you, Mama Dee. Love you. Then Dennis said, I love Scrappy. I don't speak bad to anyone's mother and I respect my elders. So I'm just going to be quiet here. And starts laughing. Child, Scrappy didn't come to the stage, honey. Let's see what Scrappy.
But we ain't even hurting over here. Like, everybody good, just like y'all good, but y'all ain't trying to see us on no negative shit, though. Y'all ain't trying to see our women on no negative shit. Y'all stay in y'all little humble places. Stay in y'all humble places. Y'all don't want to see none of our women on that ignorant shit. Y'all, Porsha, oh yeah, yeah, you got it, my mama. I heard, yeah, she got it too, but she was just being a mama. But I guarantee you,
She said, yeah, she got at you, but she was just being a mama. What is she? D need to mind her business. I mean, you can't say Mama D can say whatever she want because she was just being a mama. I guess like looking out for them, that wasn't her business. And why does Mama D look casket sharp here? Y'all look, can y'all see this? Okay.
I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I don't give a fuck about nothing. I don't care about who your baby daddy is, who your husband is. I don't care about none of that shit. Like, I'm the one. That nigga can come holler at me. Cause we all negative. I be negative. I go all the way negative. And I'll be there for your husband or your baby daddy or whoever. But I ain't gonna lie. Housewives of Atlanta bitches always be talking shit about love and hip hop folk. I be sitting there looking, I be like, why am I seeing this on Instagram? Like real housewives motherfucker getting that. I be like, cause y'all on the whole nother network, but y'all didn't even make, man, listen, bro, listen. But we ain't even.
First, this is through Bravo Shade Room by way of this is from Live Bites and Bravo Shade Room posted it. What is he even saying half the time? But he talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta bitches.
Hurting over here. Like everybody good, just like y'all good, but y'all ain't trying to see us on no negative shit though. Y'all ain't trying to see our women on no negative shit. Y'all stay in y'all little humble places. Stay in y'all humble places. Y'all don't want to see none of our women on that ignorant shit. Y'all, Porsha, oh yeah, yeah, you got it, my mama. I heard, yeah, she got it too, but she was just being a mama. But I guarantee you, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I don't give a fuck about nothing. I don't care about who your baby daddy is, who your husband is. I don't care about none of that shit. Like, I'm the one. That nigga can come holler at me. Cause we all negative. I be negative. I go all the way negative. And I'll be there for your husband or your baby daddy or whoever. But I ain't gonna lie. Housewives of Atlanta bitches always be talking shit about love and husband or your baby daddy or whoever. But I ain't gonna lie, your baby daddy did say he fuck with me, so I fuck with him too. I really do fuck with him cause I see what he be doing before all this shit right here. So I respect her, but hey man, listen, Mom Dukes is off, man, that shit off the table at all times. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna just handle my business. Get about 8 bitches, 8 ugly bitches, 8 ugly bitches. Had them come run up on you. You feel what I'm saying? See what's really good. You want to holler at the old lady? I got some young people about your height. You know what I'm saying? About your side. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I was just playing, man. I just be want to talk shit. I ain't got shit to talk about. You know, your baby daddy.
Come on, Drew.
Or whoever. But I ain't gonna lie. Your baby daddy.
Now, y'all think he was playing? I mean, I feel like you said a whole lot for you to be just playing. I'm reading some of the comments. Somebody said that Mama D needs to quit yapping in that order. In that order. Somebody said, Sir Mama D started it. Cut it out. She always doing the most. Somebody else said he should have let this stay between the women. Besides, if Portia does so much as smiles at him, he's going to forget all about this. Oh. Somebody said, man, I thought Portia came for Mama D out of nowhere. She was sent for. You can't be threatening someone when your mama started it. Somebody else said, well, at Portia for real, if anything happens, just save this video. This is an active threat and I would definitely report it. Somebody said, seriously though, God forbid, but if Portia does get beat up or jumped, all signs will point to him. Y'all think he was playing? To me, even if he's playing, all that, like, that ain't really cool to me. Somebody said, housewives make a 6-figure salary and you only make Housewives make a 6-figure salary and you only make a few $1,000s per episode. Like, really? And somebody said calling them bitches when your mom went at them first is so stupid, cuz. Y'all think he was playing? I don't know. He did all that just to turn around and say, I'm playing, I'm just talking. That's how y'all, I'm sorry. I guess I don't subscribe to that. I don't like being called names like that. And we ain't, I don't do all that. What y'all think? Y'all think Dennis gonna come back and say a whole bunch of stuff and be like, I was just playing cuz. I mean, he talks a little bit more clearer than Scrappy, so we would understand him. And I wonder if Portia probably gonna pay this dust, I'm thinking. Dennis might not, but Portia might not. But I guess we'll see. Y'all, I didn't have my laughs for today. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all will be getting Miami reviews this weekend. I love y'all so much, and I will talk to y'all later. See ya.